lot of film festivals that exist around the world because there are a lot of different types of films around the world. But there are very few anywhere really that focus very specifically on travel and on all the various joys and attributes and rewards of traveling, which is what makes HipTrip so unique.
Am căutat în primul rând filme noi și foarte noi. Majoritatea filmelor pe care le-am ales sunt din 2015 și 2016. Avem 12 documentare, 6 filme de lungmetraj ficțiune, un calup de scurtmetraje și un calup de filme de animație. Le-am găsit pe cele mai multe din selecția marilor festivaluri din Europa și nu numai.
Este o poveste senzațională despre una dintre femeile care a reușit să învingă una dintre temerile mele cele mai mari, frica mea de înălțime, în ciuda faptului că pot să zbor cu avionul, dacă mă pui să mă cațăr pe un vârf de munte, am o problemă reală. Femeia asta nu numai că se cațără pe vârfuri de munte, se mai și aruncă în gol, atingând viteze de până la 240 de km pe oră. Ce e important de anunțat acum este că la final vom avea o sesiune de întrebări și răspunsuri cu regizorul filmului și cu editorul video, care este de origine română. Vă doresc vizionare plăcută și noi ne auzim mai târziu.
I find myself on top of a mountain, somewhere in the Alps. I don't know where I am, but I'm completely at home and comfortable. But it's not the same dream as when I was a child. When I was a child, I would start running and run super fast, and then I would just take off. Now my flying dreams are much more close to my reality.
I was very drawn to Ellen's courage and how Ellen stood out, even among her own peers, and the visual metaphors of her standing on the ledge and a human achieving dreams and achieving flight in a way never been possible before.
How did you manage to cope with this thought, and if she was aware of it?
She's very well aware of it. They all are, or all the great ones are. Not everyone you see in this film tonight are still alive, so we are very aware that it's a very risky endeavor. Peter and I, Peter who was a lot closer to the edge than I am, he was of course a meter in front of me all the time. Was very aware of the dangers of it and spoke a lot about the possibility, prepared ourselves for injuries before we started shooting and how we would deal with it on set. Because of course it was a possibility to experience accidents. And Ellen, as she speaks about, it's a part of her. Of course, it's a part of her reflection all the time about the sport. It's a part of her life.
We made some rules before we started, which were more like negative rules. First of all, we would make sure that we wouldn't make a documentary that were searching for something inside her that was wrong. We wanted to be on her terms. And at the same time, we wanted to drag the film out of the wingsuit communities, something Ellen Brennan calls wingsuit porn, like the YouTube footage, adrenaline pump footage, with like very high tempo music on it. So said we looked at all the footage that came inside of the community and said, these are the shots that usually made in that community, and we wanted to do something else. And the photographer Peter Alsted and I designed the shots that were original to push it closer to a poetic documentary than a sports documentary. It was very important to keep the camera lingering after. So we wanted to make the audience, give the audience room to think instead of all the time feeling and being in the more adrenaline rushed mode. So making sure that we didn't go over the edge all the time, but actually somehow stayed reflecting upon what happened, what we just saw. And there was a lot of discussions with the editor Paul Kalcher about like the length of how long can we actually stay in this shot? How long is it still? How do we keep suspense for the film without making a pace that is more adrenaline sports-like?